So for this video, I want to show you guys how to do logical replications in PostgreSQL. The minimum version is 16, where we can have the origin code known, so that we can do bidirectional replications, so that our application can run at any database, which is great. Anyways, let's get started. So this is my screen right now, and so I'll show the current two IP address that I'll do today. I have a prod and a DR, where in the left I'll do a prod, and in the right I'll do DR. Okay, and so first let's log in as Postgres users. Then this one also log in as Postgres users. For this one, we're gonna start init a database. Okay, yeah, for this one I already created a database, and then we're gonna copy this one. So basically this is just settings that we're gonna set into the PostgreSQL configurations that it will start to do replications. You guys can see this one from documentations. Basically, first we set to logical, we set the slot senders, which is 4, and for this one I did copy that one, so I think we need to change that. So you see I have the auto machine right here. Actually, let me change the fonts so we all can see that. Yep, that's better. What is that font? Okay, this is better. Anyways, so let's actually change the content in there. So we have order machine IP in here. So we have order machine right here, order machine IP. Okay, so it's right here. And so again, we know that the left is our prod, right? So prod is the first one, which is 215. Let me see. So 215. Okay. So we're gonna save that. We did the same thing for this one. Okay, so we're gonna find that one. Okay. For this one, we're gonna use the bottom one. It shouldn't be this one. Okay, so that's what we just did. And we also need to change our listen address for when we first set up our Postgres, so that's gonna listen at it can be reached by our machine. And so what we need to do is basically go into this config file. So I'll say this one, I'm gonna have listen address. Okay, so it's not gonna be localhost. Instead, it's gonna be asterisk. Cool. We're gonna do the same thing for the other machine. Listen address. Okay. Perfect. Okay, that's basically how we're gonna set that up. And now we're gonna run this one to start our database. For this one, I haven't start my database, so that's why it's not restart, it's gonna be start. Okay, so start it now. And then same for this one, we haven't run it, so we can do start. Okay, and that's all started. Let me just clean it real quick. So we have a clean screen. So what we let's say node 1 will be our production. Let's say 1 is left and 2 is right. Okay, and so for node 1, we're first gonna log in as Postgres users. From here, we're gonna start. First, we're gonna change the password. You guys can change the password to anything. Okay, and so what we need to do in here is create 2 tables. One table, test1, as well as create 1 publications. What I did here is create the first table, test1. Secondly, I create a publication, pub1, for all tables. This means that it will listen to all changes in all table and publish it to any subscribers. So that is how we're gonna first set up node 1, and then next we're gonna set up node 2. We're gonna do the same thing. First, we're gonna change the users. Okay, pSQL Postgres, the user's password, and then do the same thing. We also create our own table and publications. And so take a note that replications won't create the tables, but it will sync the 2 data. So yeah, that's why we need to set up the table and everything first. Next up, we done set up node 1 and node 2. Next, we're gonna start to create subscription. So in here is how I create a subscription. First, I will, let's just write out subscription pub sub1 connection. So this is just the connection parameters. For host, this is our DR. So the prod gonna be 215, right? 192.168.0.215. DB name, we're gonna use default one, which is Postgres. Users is Postgres. Password is password. the one we just changed. And port gonna be 5432. Publications is gonna be pub1, so pub2. You can see that pub2 is related to the pub1 we just created above. So that's why it's kind of confusing, because we kind of like subscribe to our own, right? So that's why we're gonna have a new parameters. It's called copy data false. This one is not the main one. The main one is the origin Unicode known. So that it's not really matters about who we are subscribing to, but yeah, we can subscribe to ourselves and etc. So yeah. Anyway, so that's why we're gonna enter that, and then after you can see that this one pop up in here. And so let me try. Okay, so could not connect to the publishers. Okay, I think there was one small problem. Okay, so let's just save our progress right here, right? Let's see. All right, checkpoint. Okay, because I easy to lose track. Anyways, I think the reason was this one, where it's kind of like too restrict. So I guess in this case, just for demo, we will make it super easy for us to connect to the other database, which means that I will not have any restriction at all. So I'll say this one, host 000 and B5. So basically we enable to connect into any servers. And so we save it and let's restart. We already have this restart in here, and we got restarted. Okay, that's good. Let's run the same thing in here. Okay. Oh, Postgres. Oh, Postgres. Oh, not that one. Okay. Yep, so it should be that one. So we're gonna cut that and paste this one in. Restart our database. Let's clean it. Okay. Now let's try again. PostgreSQL Postgres. PostgreSQL Postgres. Okay. Yeah, go back to the checkpoint. Now we're gonna create this one again. Okay, so you can see that it got successfully, but seems like we haven't found pub2 on the publisher, so it seems like let me see. Clean up this one real quick. Yeah, let's try to go next with this one. Okay, so now we copy the same thing. Again, this one is brought, which is 215, so that's mean that the right one will be 229, right? That makes sense. Okay, let me just organize it a little bit. Okay, enter that. Subscription 2 has started, so seems like we got it all working. Yeah, so I think the log was like because we haven't run it both on 2 nodes, but actually let's try it. So let's select all from test 1. Yeah, so we'll confirm that we don't have any data in here, and so what we need to do is insert into test 1 values 1. Okay, publication 2 does not exist. So this is what we create, right? I think usually I mess up the name. Okay, let's see. Select star from test 1. Okay. Okay, so you can see that database is not replicate. Instead, we see like a lot of logs. But what we can do is we can undo that. I think I might mess up with the naming in here. So perhaps what we're mentioning here may be pub1, and this is pub2. And so, yeah. And so on node 1, which would create pub1, we're gonna subscribe. Yeah, okay, that makes sense, right? Because now on node 2, we're gonna subscribe to pub1 from node 1. And node 1 subscribe from pub2 from node 2. Okay, let's actually drop it. So drop subscription sub1. Sub1 not assist, so maybe sub2. Okay. Okay. Drop subscription sub1. Okay. Let's clear up. I really overwhelmed by those logs, but let's try again. Okay. So let's create the subscription again. Make sure this time. Oh, what's that? Oh, okay. And copy the whole thing. Okay. So now we create that one. Okay, let's try again on node 1. Okay. Alright, let's see. Let's clean up the table. Okay, seems like we cannot do that, but okay, let's actually insert into test1 values 2. Okay, select star from test1. Cool. You can see that some block in there with start transfer data. So let's see. Yep, so now we have 1 and 2 right there, which is really nice. I just don't know why I cannot. Okay, delete test1 where, wait, from test1 where id equal 1. Alright, so seems like I think we need to set replica identity full on all nodes. And so let me try on this one. So let me run that one again. Okay, now I can delete that. Let's see if this one also works. Okay, that's really nice. Select from test1. Cool. Okay, let's delete from here. Delete from test1 where value. Wait, where id equal to 2, right? Okay. Cool. Yep. So last test. Cool. Yep, so that is pretty much it, the tutorial. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you guys found this one helpful. Please subscribe and let me know which content I should do next. Thank you, guys.